It's the second round. Dubois going after him. And Joshua was hurt. If that knockdown happened earlier in the round, the fight was over. Oh my God, Joshua's about to get knocked out.
Exactly.
I mean, he's all over him.
Exactly. That's what I said.
And Joshua doesn't usually recover.
Over. It's over.
Joshua is getting battered all over the ring.
Nobody wants Joshua to lose.
2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the round. Round two, he's already been down once. He went down once in the first. He doesn't have his legs under him. You can tell as soon as he gets hit, he's going to wobble again. Man, Dubois should step on the gas, though. He's giving Joshua a chance to get his legs back, to get his chin back. Round two. Joshua just got rocked by a jab. Man. Maybe we made too much of who Joshua's beat, including an MMA fighter who had one boxing match under his belt. Dubois sticking the jab. Every single punch hurts Joshua. Every single punch hurts Joshua. I mean, his legs are gone in the second round. Dubois needs Emmanuel Stewart in his corner to tell him to get him out of there. 50 seconds left in round two. Man, this is crazy. Joshua got knocked down at the end of round one, stuck his tongue out at Dubois, but his legs were gone. Joshua has not landed a right hand yet. Dubois is quicker. Every single punch hurts him. 20 seconds left.
Whoa! See that?
Didn't land. Dubois is going to let him off the hook. Well, Joshua survived round two. Boy. This is crazy. Howard Miller says, great start for Daniel. It's unexpected in my eyes. He looks quicker. He looks stronger. I mean, he's out jabbing Joshua. He's up 3 points going into the third round. Man, I wasn't going to go live. I don't usually go live during these fights because everybody's going live, but it was just shocking. But he had Joshua, they're showing replays. I mean, left hook shook him. His jabs are landing. Everything that Dubois is throwing is landing, and everything that lands hurts. Joshua did land one good right, and it did nothing to Dubois. Nothing. Ergovic at this point had a lot more. Ergovic had a lot more success against Dubois earlier than Joshua is. It's round three. It's funny. Joshua looks like he's getting his legs, but then he just got hit and he got wobbled. I was just about to say he looks like he's got his legs. Every time he gets hit, he wobbles. Joshua's only shot is to land a bomb. He's got to land a bomb. Joshua's got to turn this around, and he's got a look in his eyes that doesn't seem to bode well. We're about 45 seconds into the third round. This is every time AJ starts to get his legs under him, he gets hit and he gets wobbled. AJ's landing nothing. He's not throwing. He's throwing a jab. Dubois needs to be. My wife picked Dubois. His only shot is to land a bomb. He's got to turn it around. If he doesn't turn around, he's going to get beat out of the ring. Man, he's getting manhandled all over the ring. I still think the further it goes, the better it is for Joshua. Joshua lands a good jab and another. Signs of life, misses with a right. Joshua's starting to establish a jab, just misses with a big uppercut. This is the first signs of life in the third round from Joshua. It took 3 rounds for him to look like any semblance of Anthony Joshua. Lands a few more jabs. Dubois hasn't landed a shot in about 30 seconds. Round 3, heavyweight championship fight. This is a close round. We got about 30 seconds left. The longer it goes, the worse this is going to be for Dubois. Although they're just talking about his gas tank against Ergovich, but this isn't Ergovich. So now it's that point in the fight where Joshua looks like he's got his legs back, but as soon as he gets hit, they're going to go. 10 seconds left in round 3. Joshua misses a huge right and gets hit with a left hook. He's wobbled. Joshua's wobbled. He's not holding. There's the round. Is he down? It is a knockdown at the end of round 3. This fight is going to be over. Joshua's got nothing. They're going to let this fight go on. He just got knocked down again at the end of round 3. 2 knockdowns in this fight. 1 at the end of the first, 1 at the end of the third. This is stunning. This is insane. Howard Miller, AJ's hands are so low. AJ's got no chin. He's got nothing. People made too much of his knockout against Ngannou, a guy who wasn't even a boxer. They're showing the replays. I mean, he doesn't even belong in the ring right now. That's 2 knockdowns. This has been the worst beating Anthony Joshua's taken in his career. This is worse than Ruiz.
If Dubois wins, can Usyk come back and get his belt back?
Yes.
Good. That's
Round 4. This fight's about to be over. Howard Miller. This fight's about to be over. Joshua goes out, no legs, he goes down. Joshua's down again for the 3rd time in the fight. Looked like a push, though. This is helping Joshua because that shouldn't have been a knockdown. Joshua's gesturing to the crowd. He's got nothing. Throws a big right, misses. Dubois is all over him.
Yes! Yes!
It's over. Wait, what? Wait, that wasn't a knockdown.
Are you kidding me?
Okay. He was waving like the fight was over. That was bizarre.
Finish it, Dubois. Finish
Joshua,
Finish it.
Anthony Joshua is on the verge of getting knocked out in the 4th round. He's got no legs. He holds on. He cannot stop Dubois. Everything Dubois throws lands and everything wobbles, and the crowd is stunned. 96,000 people in Wembley Stadium are stunned.
Not me.
3 knockdowns in the fight. We're only in the 4th round. We got 1:45 left. Joshua is looking at his corner. He's trying to act like he's okay. He's not. He has got nothing. His legs are gone. 1 more shot and that's it. Low blow. Low blow, Dubois. There's a timeout. Oh man, are they giving Anthony Joshua they're giving him every single break. The referee called time. He warned Dubois. He gives Joshua more time to recover. Dubois lands a left hook. AJ trying to hold on, wobbles again. Holy cow. There's a jab and hook by Dubois, and AJ is reeling around the ring. I can't see him getting through. If he gets through this 4th round, it's a miracle. I mean, he doesn't know how to hold. He has got nothing. AJ just threw a wicked uppercut that missed. AJ has not landed anything of substance in this fight. Lands a jab. Dubois better not punch himself out. Oh, man, I'm telling you, every shot, every single shot that Dubois lands wobbles Joshua. I can't even keep up. Has it been, I think, 4 knockdowns? I think there's been 2 this round. At least there's at least 3 knockdowns. I'm losing count because Joshua's just going down left and right. And now Joshua's sticking his tongue out.
The ref should be fired.
I'll tell you, they're clearly doing everything they can to keep Joshua in this fight.
Fired.
Joshua somehow makes it out of round 4. I don't know how he did it. Dubois is just not a finisher. He's not a finisher. So that's the end of round 4. It's at least 3 knockdowns, and Joshua was in Dubois' corner, showed him where his stool was. Joshua is really cocky for a guy that's been dropped 3 times. Man, I wish I could show this.
They should be fired.
So we got 3 knockdowns. No, I think 4. I think there were 2 knockdowns that round. Oh, they're showing the replays, and Joshua is a mess. He's a mess. So I've officially lost count. He's down 3 or 4 times. He is way down on the scorecards. He's about 6, 7 points down on the scorecards now, and we're only in the 5th round. So pretty much his only shot to win now is by knockout, and you can't knock someone out that you can't hit, and he can't seem to hit Dubois. Well, Joshua's legs look good, but let's see how he reacts when he gets hit. My wife picked Dubois. He just got hit with a right and a left, grazing shots. He's really, I mean, he's sticking his tongue out in the crowd. He doesn't do this. This is out of character. The guy's been concussed. He doesn't know what he's doing. Big right hand! Wobbles Dubois! Joshua landed the first right, another one. And an uppercut, but down goes Joshua! Yes! What a counter shot! That's going to be it! That's going to be it! What a counter shot by Dubois! This fight is over!
Yes!
We got a new heavyweight star in Daniel Dubois.
Come on, Usyk. Usyk!
Wow! Anthony Joshua had just landed the first big shots of the night, and Dubois countered. I didn't even see if it was a right uppercut or a straight right. What a counter shot. Everybody was so high on Joshua after knocking out Francis Ngannou, who's an MMA fighter. Todd French says, actually, Dubois beat Usyk too. I'll tell you what, that was the most dominant performance anyone has ever had against Anthony Joshua. Joshua looked so bad. I'd be shocked if he didn't retire. Joshua can barely stand up. Unbelievable. What? It just started to look like it was turning Joshua's way. He landed a couple of huge right hands, and he got countered beautifully. Wow. They robbed Dubois against Usyk. He robbed himself. I mean, I hear what you're saying with the body shot. So, boom. Oh, it was a beautiful right hand by Joshua. Started coming forward, landed a left hook. Another big right hand, and then Wow. It was just a counter overhand right. Joshua was diving in. Daniel Dubois stood in the face of the storm. That big, oh, and that was it. And Anthony Joshua crumbles to the canvas in round 5. Daniel Dubois is the IBF heavyweight champion of the world. A destructive, dominant performance. He beat the shit out of him. I mean, I never saw AJ get dominated. And he got dominated. That didn't even go 5 rounds. He was dominated every single second of that fight. He was never in that fight. He tried to get up. Looked like he was breakdancing out there. Wow. Wow. This is stunning. I did not expect this. But this is what boxing people do. You're only as good as your last fight. They forget the fight before that, and the fight before that, and the fight before that. They're showing interview replays. Tyson Fury looking disappointed. There was a big money fight down the line for the winner of Fury and Usyk to fight Anthony Joshua. If he won, he did not win. He was dominated.
Upset everyone.
He did. It was a huge upset. Huge upset. Wow. Wow. Man, Linda Woods, I called it. Man, I did not call it. Bandit, what's up? I did not call it. I did not call it. In fact, I called for Joshua to win by knockout between 4 and 6, and I thought he was going to do it in that round. Boy, Buffer looks. Joshua still looks stunned.
This contest comes to an end officially at 59 seconds, round number 5. The winner by knockout victory.
Buffer's announcing knockout victory. Now he's really the IBF. That to me. Wow. Man. Whew. And you know what's beautiful? It's only 5:30 in the afternoon on the East Coast, and the main event is done. They're about to interview Dubois.
Daniel, congratulations on the best performance of your career. Many had questioned whether or not you are a legit world champion, right? They were questioning about this IBF belt.
He's a champ. He's a champ.
I've only got a few words to say, man.
Love daytime boxing. Yeah, Bandit, he smoked. He smoked AJ. I mean, I'm watching this. I'm watching this. I'm just stunned. I'm stunned. I'm stunned that it's 5:30 and the main event is over, which I love.
I want to go to the top level of this game and reach my full potential. God bless you all. What has been the big change, Daniel? Again, this is
So, I was wrong. I wonder how many people out there bet on. This is why I don't bet boxing. Dave says I won $800 off Dubois' loss to Joyce, but his mentality has grown tenfold since then. He's a true world-class fighter now. There's no doubt, Dave. Dubois had some horrific KOs on the come-up when he was 19, 20, and 21. Yeah, he did, but I remember when he got his face busted up against Joyce. There's something to character in a fighter, and he's got character because there were fighters that said he quit against Usyk. I'm not talking about fans, fighters. And he came back, he fought back, he knocked out Big Baby, he destroyed Ergovich, and now I would have loved to hear Trent lost $40 today, huh? I would have loved to hear Jim Lampley calling this fight because from the opening bell, this was a mismatch. This was a complete mismatch. Wow. That was exciting. Josh messed up my parlay. Happy for him though. He beat Jimmy first, who I'm a fan of. 96,000 people, and it sounded like 95,000 of them were rooting for Joshua. Well, it's going to be really hard for Anthony Joshua to come back from this. Really hard because he could blame things. Joshua gave Dubois too much confidence heading into the fight. You know what? He got beat by a better fighter. Let's just face it. He got beat by a better fighter. It had nothing to do with what he gave him. And Joshua has been beat before. We've seen him beat before against Usyk. Seen him knocked out against Ruiz, and they come back and beat Ruiz. He looked like he didn't belong in the ring in this fight. And they had the excuses. The AJ people had the excuses for the first Ruiz loss. Because no fighters can get beat fair and square. Their fans who aren't in the ring all come up with bullshit excuses. So he got beat. He got, I mean, from the first round, he was knocked down 4 times, maybe 5 times. And that last shot just had him, I mean, out. So hard to see how Anthony Joshua can come back from this one. Had his left hand down when throwing constant right hands. Bad technique for Joshua. Maybe got too bloodthirsty and thought he hurt Dubois more than he did. Trent, I mean, it was early in the fight, but his only shot was the win by knockout. He had to land something big. So, I give him credit for doing it, but he got caught, and it was bizarre seeing how the guy had no legs. Had no legs at all. The whole night. As soon as he got hit, his legs were gone. So,
thank you very much, Frank. Thank you.
Hard to see.
Let's have a few words, Anthony.
And Joshua's about to give an interview. Still looks unsteady.
This was going to be a tough fight, right? Regardless of what.
Crowd's still cheering for him.
The casual boxing fans.
Let's hear what he says.
It's going to be a tough fight for you, AJ. What went wrong there tonight?
The opponent, but credit to him and his team. We rolled the dice at success and we come up short. But I want to say, everyone in Wembley, I appreciate you coming out this evening. You know I'm pissed. You know I'm ready to kick off in the ring, but I'm going to keep my cool and keep very professional and give the respect to my opponent.
We've seen you come back from defeats before, right? To win titles before. We've seen you rebuild before as well.
He said I'm pissed.
I know it's a tough question to ask after that type of fight, but we are going to see another rebuild, aren't we, AJ?
Yeah, I think, you know what it is, before I came here, I'm always saying to myself, I'm a fighter for life. We rolled the dice at success and we came up short, and we roll it again in it. You know what I mean? We keep rolling the dice.
So AJ's going to keep fighting.
Mistakes in there tonight, or was Daniel Dubois just too sharp, too fast?
If I'm honest, it's a bit of a mix. I had a sharp opponent, a fast opponent, and secondly, a lot of mistakes from my end. But that's the game. As pissed off as I am, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
He should be pissed off at himself. He's talking about he's pissed off. Look in the mirror, bro. Be pissed. Look at yourself and be pissed.
Eddie, very quickly.
God, he acted like an idiot in the second Usyk loss.
Very, very disappointed. It turned
Be
into
pissed
a
at
fight,
yourself.
right? A lot of people said this could be a Hagler-Hearns type fight, and when you fight like that, you just never know. Both of them throwing heavy shots, and one of them was going to land, and unfortunately for your
now
man,
Eddie Hearn is going to start whining.
Well, it was the first round. You know, it was a huge right hand that AJ shipped in the first round, and after that he was fighting on heart and desire. I'm so proud of him because he never gave up. His legs were deceiving him, and he just kept on trying. And at the end of the 4th round, he hurt Daniel Dubois, and in the 5th round, he really hurt Daniel Dubois. And then he got greedy and walked straight onto a right hand, and that's all she wrote. You know, when you're in there with a massive puncher, This is what can happen. But,
Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk Up North. Wow, we need this in boxing. Big upsets. Dubois deserves a huge money fight, no doubt. I love upsets, especially when it's fighters that I don't really root for. I picked Joshua to win. Didn't bet any money. This is going to get people talking. We're never going to see Fury and Joshua fight. Did anyone really want to see Usyk and Joshua for a third time after Usyk dominated him twice? Not me. So that was a nasty uppercut, Bandit. Wow. For me, this was the championship fight. Like, Dubois won the belt tonight. I know he had it because it was given to him, but he won the belt tonight. I mean, he destroyed Anthony Joshua.
He deserves all the credit tonight. It was a great performance from Daniel.
You know, I'm one of the people. I remember I was speaking with Paulie Malignaggi, Tim Bradley, and Chris Algieri. And this is after AJ knocked out Francis Ngannou. And I asked the question. I said, yes, he looked sensational. AJ knocked out Ngannou in the second round. But I said, aren't we making too much of the fact that he knocked out an MMA guy, a guy with one professional boxing match in his career? And they all said no. Right or wrong, they all said no. Their opinion was no, but you have to look back and look at who Joshua beat in his last 3 rounds. Helenius, which he didn't look very good in. He went up against a fighter tonight, and last December, I remember watching one of these cards from Saudi Arabia, and Dubois fought Jarrell Miller. And I thought Miller that was designed for Miller to come back. That was going to be his big pushback in the heavyweight division. And he knocked Miller out. And then he fights Ergovic. And, oh, man, they're showing these replays. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, Eddie. I agree with Eddie Hearn. Joshua did not show any semblance of smarts in the ring, but he showed heart and guts because he kept getting up. Oh, man. Every time he got hit. Ryan Frazier, yes, he knocked out a novice. That was my point. That he knocked out a novice. But just 9 months ago, Dubois was rebuilding, and he knocked out Miller. Then he takes Ergovic and takes him apart, and then he gets this shot against AJ. Not many people thought he was going to win. And he did. Levi, I did not see that coming at all. I didn't either, and I am glad I don't bet on fights. This fight excited me so much I went live. Jay Rich been saying all week, Dubois KO. You know what, Jay? Jay, I'll tell you what, man. Inbox me, because maybe I'll start listening to you and start making some money. Because if I was gonna bet money on this fight, I would have bet it on Anthony Joshua, no doubt. I would have. And I'll tell you exactly why. And they're still showing the replays. I think there's a 5th round. Ooh. Joshua tried to throw an uppercut and got hit with the right. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. But I thought this was going to be... The reason why I thought this was going to be a knockout for Joshua is because Dubois was eating right hands from Ergovic all night when they fought. And I just said, it's this easy for Ergovic to hit him. It's going to be easier for Joshua to hit him, and Joshua hits harder than Ergovic. I've never seen... Man, the ring is almost at the stadium's almost empty. 96,000 people. What a domination! Yeah, I thought 90,000 fans would play a factor, but Dubois was ready. Levi says AJ made the same mistake he made with Ruiz and got caught going in for the kill. But Levi, there's a big difference. Against Ruiz, he had knocked Ruiz down, and then Ruiz came back. He was dominated, punch stats. Dubois threw 230, landed 91. Joshua threw 139, landed 60. High impact shots, I don't know what those are. 27 for Dubois, 16 for Joshua. They both had no defense. In fact, Joshua landed 48% of his shots, and Dubois landed 46%. Fight stats. Power. They need CompuBox, bro. What is this? What is this fight stat stuff? Come on. But it was complete domination. And you know what's brutal? What's beautiful? Let's see. It's 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock here on the East Coast. AJ was showboating and talking to fans. He had to have been concussed. Ain't enough confidence in the world. Ringster, AJ Stanks. Changing of the guard. Triple D. Hey, no doubt. There's no doubt. And Jay, he was definitely concussed. He was definitely concussed because he was sticking his tongue out. He was acting completely bizarre. Now they're giving out prizes. That's what they do with these Riyadh season things. You know what? I'm not watching this stuff anymore. Like, I can't take it with the concerts and everything. And now they're giving out prizes. It's a game show. Like, did someone win a washing machine, maybe? A combo washing machine and dryer? Whatever. That fight alone was worth my 20. Hope we get more $20 pay-per-views. Levi. Guess that puts Fury AJ in the grave for good. There's no doubt. I mean, AJ's going to have to build himself back up again. And now, I mean, he had no chin in that fight. No chin. Dubois is the real deal. No doubt. No doubt. What a... Whew. Usyk. Bandit says Usyk best in the world. Right now, Usyk is the best heavyweight in the world. They got their big rematch coming up. Nobody beats Usyk. Nobody has. You're not going to get an argument from me because I was rooting for Usyk when he fought Fury. In fact, I screamed, was it the 10th round that he knocked Fury down? I feel like I just got my voice back a couple days ago from that. What an upset. What an upset. Heavyweight boxing. Oh, by the way, I just read about this, and we're going to be talking about this a lot, but Boots Ennis is fighting Karen again. He already beat Karen. I'm not even going to try and say Karen's last name. It was a boring fight. It was a 120, 108 shutout, and now they're fighting again. Like, come on, man. Come on. Well, heavyweights, so the winner of Usyk Fury has got Dubois, and then hopefully we'll have an undisputed heavyweight champion again. I don't know. I can't say enough. I got to give so much credit to Daniel Dubois, Triple D. Jay Rich said, I might have Dubois if he rematches Usyk. I might be talking crazy, but I don't know. Boots is taking the Andre route. You know, Bandit, but I heard that they didn't, I don't even know what belt. I don't keep track of who's got what belt. But I think they that was a mandatory fight with Karen, which is whatever. Nobody wants to see it. Yeah, Boots is not getting a fight. He's not getting a fight anyone wants to see. Bandit is really a big Usyk fan. I like it. But I don't want to see him fight Karen again. Now I'm just waiting for Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. I think Beterbiev is going to win. It's not free because you got to pay for ESPN, but it's not a pay-per-view. So Levi, AJ did not expect Dubois to come at him like that. He knew what he was going to do. I mean, what he didn't expect was he didn't expect the power that he got hit with, which, you know what, maybe he did because they sparred hundreds of rounds together, but sparring is different from a fight. And like, if you don't know that, then you just don't know. You just don't know. I've seen world-class fighters in the gym, and they're getting tuned up by guys that would never touch them. But it's sparring, and it means nothing. So they sparred hundreds of rounds. Obviously, though, it gave Dubois confidence because there were rumors that Dubois hurt AJ in sparring. So AJ knew what was going to happen. He knew what was going to happen, and he got hit, and that was it. Let's see. Yeah, Lucy, the IBF is making Boots take that fight, and they will strip him. They strip everyone. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because didn't they strip Canelo? So whatever, IBF. But don't. How was that guy ranked number one, Karen? How? Usyk, a road warrior, Levi, bandit. Usyk hasn't had a home game yet. Well, he's not fighting in Ukraine. Really, the one against Dubois was a home fight. I thought AJ looked nervous during his ring walk. Dubois, Bandit says Dubois' agility overwhelmed AJ. He overwhelmed AJ in every way. His agility, his punching power, his jab, his boxing. Levi, I'll definitely tune into the Boots event to watch my dude Bam do his thing. There you go. You got to find something positive in there. I don't think AJ beat anyone in the top 10. You mean beats or beat? Well, he did not on his way on his rise back. Boy, that was exciting. But back to everybody. So Anthony Joshua loses to Usyk. Lucy, they stripped Canelo, they stripped Crawford, and they were about to strip Usyk, but he vacated. I think they're going to strip Beterbiev before one was as well. They probably will. Bandit sold all my AJ stock. I'm done with AJ. I only had options on AJ. I didn't buy the stock. So, but let's go back. So this is hindsight, but you look back at AJ's. AJ was fighting often. He was active. So he lost the rematch to Usyk. George, please assess AJ as a boxer. AJ as a boxer, he's got good power. He's got a good jab when he uses it. He's not a boxer. I know he outboxed Ruiz, but Ruiz weighed 350 pounds. He seems to be a bit chinny, and maybe he lacks confidence at times. He's got some kind of a mental thing going on, and you know how big a part of the game your mentality is. The way he melted against Usyk after the fight, and he just said he was pissed, but he's gonna keep his calm. Be pissed at yourself. When he gets hit and hurt, he doesn't come back. He doesn't come back, and he didn't tonight. I don't know what his game plan was. He's not a very intelligent fighter. Against Ruiz, he was intelligent because it was easy to outbox him, and he was very wary against Ruiz. Joshua's got great power. He's got great power, but this is his fourth loss, second time he's been knocked out, and I mean I've never seen him dominated like this. So, yeah, Joshua's going for a right uppercut. And by the way, those right uppercuts are a bad idea. Buster Douglas tried that against Evander Holyfield. Yeah, Joshua just never retired. AJ versus Wilder, and both retire. Lucy, he's been in soft since the second Usyk fight. I was just about to get to that, Lucy. Otto Wallin is the best fighter he's fought, but Dubois stopped two undefeated ranked guys since Usyk. AJ got lucky with a washed and rusty Klitschko. Agreed? Oh, Jay, I was talking about that. The ref, they were giving AJ every break they could in that fight. But yeah, Levi, AJ didn't have an answer for anything. He didn't have an answer for the jab. He didn't have an answer for the power. He didn't have an answer for anything. But really quick, 2022, he loses August. So 2 years ago, he loses to Usyk. Fights Jermaine Franklin, didn't look particularly good. Decision. Fought Helenius, who everybody knocks out. Didn't look great until he knocked Helenius out. He beat Otto Wallin. But look, Otto Wallin did nothing after he gave Tyson Fury a good fight. He did nothing. He fought no one, and he got beat. So he beats Otto Wallin. Then he knocks out Francis Ngannou, a man with one professional fight in March. and then he fights Dubois, who has also been active. But the thing with Joshua, he, like when he gets hurt, he's going to lose because he doesn't recover. Now he did. What's incredible, that Klitschko fight. Klitschko was older. He got hit with a beautiful right hand by Klitschko, and I thought it was over. And he came back and he beat Klitschko. But since then, when he gets hurt, he stays hurt. He doesn't come back. He doesn't come back. And man, Dubois, 22-2, 21 knockouts. A year ago, he loses to Usyk, knocked out in the ninth, and he was down on all the scorecards, by the way. Knocks out Jarrell Miller in the 10th, knocks out Ergovic in 8th, and then he destroyed Anthony Joshua, who, by the way, stamina has never been an Anthony Joshua thing. Yeah, Bandit, I just said that AJ doesn't recover well. Levi, a lot of other refs would have stopped this fight in the first round when AJ was stumbling around when he got up. Well, Levi, it was at the end of the round, and plus the ref was clearly on AJ's side. Clearly. Make AJ and Wilder and cash out and retire. Yeah. Sid White, all night. Sid White, you were right. You were right. A lot more people than I thought were saying that that Dubois was going to win. Even my wife said that Dubois was going to win, and she was right. She was right. She doesn't even know boxing, but it doesn't matter. She was right. AJ's stamina is bad, and he doesn't recover well after being hurt. Exactly. AJ versus Joyce and cash out. Yeah, Joyce is completely. I mean, listen. AJ says he's going to fight on. Curious to see who he fights. AJ had that "he's coming to get me" look on his face all night. Hard to see where AJ goes now to rebuild. It really is. It really is, because he's going to have to completely rebuild. I mean, I don't know who he would fight next. I don't know when he would fight. He's not going to fight Bacoli. He probably won't fight Parker. I doubt he fights Zhang. So AJ's made a lot of money. No one should feel sorry for Anthony Joshua because he's made a ton of money. And it's a hard sport. Sid White, I told you AJ was a hype job and I'm English. I didn't really think he was a hype job because I'm not an AJ fan. I just thought he was going to beat Dubois, and I'll say it again. Dubois has no defense. He really doesn't. Let's not forget, Joshua hit him with 48% of his shots. So, and Ergovic was landing that right hand all night. So just think about this in the future when Dubois, whoever he faces next, he's got no defense. And that's not going to get you far. It's not going to get you far. Well, what am I saying? Not going to get you far. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. So who am I to say? But a lack of defense is going to get you hurt. And his defense is not great. It's not great. So don't forget that. Whoever he fights next, he's very easy to hit, but he's going to hit you back. And if you can't take his shot, he's going to beat you. Joyce or Big Bang versus Dubois. Joyce or Big Bang? Didn't Big Bang lose? Dubois wants the winner of Fury Usyk. Joyce lost his last fight. Big Bang lost his last fight too. So neither. Bandit, that's what I think. Derek Lynch, he can't take a punch. He should retire, but he's not going to retire. He said he won't. Time to be a family man, AJ. LOL. Bandit, even after the fight, AJ got a Michael Jordan ovation. Big Bang destroys Dubois. Bandit, I meant Joe Parker. So Joe Parker destroys Dubois? And Joe Parker's on the upswing too. So it's a lot of guys who I think can beat each other. I don't think there's a dominant guy right now, really, except Usyk. And especially if Usyk beats Fury, he might just retire because he said the only other fight he wanted was was AJ, which he already beat him twice. So, but I think if Usyk beats Fury, then why not fight Dubois and then go for being undisputed and then retire as undisputed heavyweight champion? That seems to be the move. Big Bang beat Wilder last time out. Oh, that's right, Levi. I see. I totally forgot about that. He destroyed Wilder last time out. So I don't think I don't think he's going to fight Big Bang. No, but I think Dubois would probably beat Big Bang. Can't believe Joshua got beat. Matthew, can't believe Joshua got beat by Daniel. He did, Matthew. He did. He not only, you saw it. Not only did he get beat, he got destroyed. Linda Woods, Dubois will go far. He's young, strong as an ox. I knew those demons of AJ1 were lingering. And none of AJ's fights since have been competitive, in my opinion. That's a good way to look at it. I agree. Dubois can't best no damn Usyk. I'm 1,000% sure about that. There is nothing like heavyweight boxing. I'd still watch AJ Fury if Fury loses to Usyk again. It's a big fight in the UK. I'll tell you though, I don't know. Does it fill up Wembley? Maybe it does just on personality. And Eddie Hearn said AJ has a rematch clause. Of course he does. Everybody has a rematch clause. So, all right, let him fight again. I'm looking at Ariel Helwani, who we both worked at HBO at the same time. He was an intern. I was a PA. It was like my third year there, and he was an intern, and he was super nice guy. I can't call him a kid because we're about the same age. But anyway, the weird thing is Anthony did the best against Usyk. Fury too skilled for AJ. Agreed. I don't think Hearn signs contracts for his fighters without rematch clauses, but Lucy, most promoters don't. Almost all of them have rematch clauses. Honestly, I think the rematch clause is fair. Fair or not fair, it is what it is. He was the bigger name. He's the former two-time heavyweight champ, so no rematch needed for this. I don't think so. I'm with you, Bandit. But, Eddie Hearn is already saying this fight was over in the first round. He's going to say, there's no way AJ should have made it to the fifth. He showed incredible heart even getting to the fifth round. He was done after the first round, and Dubois couldn't put him out of there. And a hurt man hurt Dubois in the fifth and was this close to getting him out of there. They're going to start that hype train. But I'm with you, Bandit. It was conclusive. There's no need for a rematch. AJ 1-1 a rematch is probably not going to be any different the next time. I don't see how it's different. He's got the puncher's chance, but he did land some bombs on Dubois, and Dubois didn't go anywhere. Just like when Ergovic was landing bombs on Dubois, he didn't go anywhere. And this makes the Usyk win look a lot better because Dubois is a good fighter. Sid White, as informed, AJ never had one on the whiskers since Usyk. No doubt, Dubois still fights with tiger instincts, unlike AJ. Looking at Dubois in the locker room with people, looking happy. He got hit with some bombs in that fifth round, and I picked AJ by knockout between 4 and 6. So when AJ landed a couple big bombs, and I jumped up, and I expected, I thought he was going to at least knock Dubois down, and then Dubois just caught him with a beautiful counter right. Man, he dropped AJ 4 to 5 times. He's what, 37? He's only going down from here. He's 34, Jay? 34, I think. The hype that certain fighter gets for beating bang average fighters amazes me. Yeah. Lucy says I saw Big Baby Miller and Michaela Meyer both pick Dubois. Very smart. Imagine if Francis stopped AJ. Wow. Yeah, so AJ's 34. Man, to have no legs when you get hit, he did get hurt in that first round, but his legs were gone. Legs were gone. Yeah, I'm listening to Ariel Helwani, and he said he thought the fight should have been stopped in the fourth. It could have been stopped in the fourth, but they were giving AJ every opportunity to get to fight his way back. Sid White, great sub George. Take care. I'm off to bed. It's nice and early here. Shoot, sun is still out. I mean, it's a it's a beautiful the wood around my house. It's a it's beautiful out. It's early. AJ too frail. Well, yeah, I'm out of here too. Um, I just got excited. I never go live during the fights because everybody does. Yeah, Jay, the ref was practically begging AJ to do something. That was crazy. Um, at one point, I thought AJ went down. It wasn't from a punch, and the ref's waving his hands, and I'm thinking he's waving the fight off, but he was just giving AJ every opportunity to get his legs back. Levi, how did that ref not start a count when AJ's gloves touched the canvas in the second? Derek Lynch, way off topic, but who would you pick in a Gervonta versus Teofimo fight? Tank. I'm picking Tank. I think Teofimo is so up and down. He looks good. He looks bad. I'm picking Tank. I think Tank would beat him. And then he says idiotic things. And I like Teofimo. I've interviewed him a couple times. Jay Rich, I thought he was going to deduct a point in the first back-to-back aggressive warnings. That's what I'm saying. That ref was clearly was told to give AJ every chance if he gets hurt. The crazy thing is the Brits still side with AJ over Dubois. Well, look, AJ's been around a long time, and AJ's had some massive fights in the UK, and he's a two-time heavyweight champion, so you can't blame the fans for being behind him. What has Dubois done? He's done nothing. He's done nothing. He was gifted, because in boxing now, you're bequeathed titles. You don't win them anymore. They're just given to you. So what did Dubois do to win the fans over? I mean, he got his face caved in against Joyce. He lost to Usyk. So I don't blame the fans. There was a reason why AJ was the favorite. So Dubois just turned 27. That's a baby for a heavyweight. He's probably the only top 10 guy in his 20s. I think you're right about that. I think you're right about that. There is some age in the heavyweight division. And Martin Bacoli, who knocked out Jared Anderson, he looks like he's like 45. He looks like he's 55, but he fights like he's 25. So AJ, the Canelo of the UK. Now you can't say that because Canelo keeps winning. AJ doesn't. AJ's been knocked out twice. Canelo's never been knocked out. So Jay, I get the humor, but yeah. The Leaning Tower, Linda Wood says the Leaning Tower of Tyson would be nicely dealt with by Martin Bacoli, but he's not going to ever fight him. I think Fury may just hang it up. I think he's fading. I picked Usyk because I'm not dumb. I see all the stuff that Fury's done. He's abusing his body. He's abused his body for a long time, and he's looked terrible in his fights. He's fought no one. He went the distance with Ngannou, got dropped by Ngannou. So, but he still gave Usyk a good fight. It was still a close fight. So, they don't love Fury. This shakes up the division going forward. Frank Sanchez, no bandit. Frank Sanchez is Cuban, right? No offense, but if they say he's 26, he's probably like 38. So, I guarantee you might be right technical. According to box record, whatever, Frank Sanchez is probably listed as in his 20s. He ain't 20. Bandit, Canelo ain't no fraud. Canelo the real deal. Man, we're not talking about Canelo. Jay Rich, wait, regarding the fans, not fights. Oh, I got you, Jay. Levi, Canelo's never going to get knocked out unless he gets very old. Levi says, Fury's supposed to be in training camp, and he looked big in the crowd today. He always looks big. Like, even when he's in shape, he looks out of shape. He just has that body, Fury. He always, no matter what, you always, like, you see these pictures at certain angles, and he looks skinny, and then you see him in real life, and he's got, like, giant love handles, and, Zapata Bampro, dude, your wife had it, LOL. Lisa, Someone just gave you praise for picking the fight right. Yeah, she did. She did, George. She picked it. I need to listen to our daughter, and although she picked AJ too. So yeah, George, she picked it. She picked it. Oh, I know it's you. I know, George. My man, New Jersey bred George Zapata. What a fight. Pillar to Drake Killer says, what a fight. Pillar to pillar Dubois. Whooped AJ. Man, I mean, it just wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And I'm curious what AJ was talking about when he said in the post-fight interview, he talked about being pissed. He said, I'm pissed, but I'm going to, hold it in. Like, dude, look in the mirror. Be pissed. Look at your chin and your legs and be pissed. Look at your game plan and be pissed. So, like, stop, man. Teach. Dubois took meaningful fights leading up into this. I didn't like that both guys had their hands so low. Good for Dubois, his lunch connected. I knew Dubois would win still. Teach. That's a great point, and that's what I was saying. Dubois gets hit. Joshua landed 48% of his shots. They both landed half their shots. That's a horrible average for a winner and a loser. It's great for a winner, but it's bad for the winner to get hit with half the opponent's punches. So, Drake Killer, shout out to my family. I appreciate that. But it is good that he landed first. Maybe it was that kind of fight. Whoever's going to land first, and Joshua just seemed tentative, and Dubois went for it. But Dubois, like, let's not forget, everybody keeps remembering their last fight and how good they did in their last fight, and everyone's going to be high over this, and I get it. But he got hit with half of Joshua's shots, and Joshua didn't throw a lot of punches. I don't know what the punch stats are for Ergovic, but every round, I mean, he was getting just poleaxed with that right hand of Ergovic. If Ergovic could hit, he'd have been out. So, yeah, man, his defense is lacking, and if he fights Usyk, he can't fight. Well, he already fought Usyk and he lost to him. He doesn't beat. I don't think he beats Tyson Fury, although Fury is fading fast. He's fading fast. So, Bandit says total destruction, lunch punch. That's funny, Teach. Matthew, it's pretty weak to say a fighter doesn't have a good chin when they get up off the ground. That means you have a chin and you can take a punch because you're not out cold. Did I say he had a weak chin? I don't think he has a great chin because he never recovered. So, but Dubois, I mean, these are big boys. Joshua does not have a great chin. He doesn't. He doesn't have a granite chin, Ali had a granite chin, but look, the point is, he got dominated every second, Matthew. AJ was dominated every second of this fight. Down 4 or 5 times. AJ brings the left hand down after throwing the jab. Well, yeah, he doesn't. He's got a lot of power. He didn't fight smart. He didn't fight aggressive. His only shot was to land a bomb. What a war. Fighting Temple, but it really wasn't even a war. It was a beatdown. And my wife is looking at me because she picked Dubois and she won. Well, we didn't have a bet, so. But Fighting Temple, it wasn't even a war. It was a beatdown. It turned into a war the last 20 seconds of the fight when AJ landed those 2 right hands. And then he threw this weird, like, hybrid hook and got caught with a counter right, and good night. I think Dubois fights better under pressure. Dubois is better in a war. Matthew, Anthony was protecting himself at all. He ran into most of Daniel's punches, and that does far more damage than just a punch. He didn't fight smart. Drake Killer, also that jab. He was quicker. I mean, he was quicker. He was faster. He was more accurate. He hit harder. His legs were better. And he didn't react the same way that Joshua did when he got hit. Because he got hit a few times. Dubois got a good chin. He got hit a few times and he didn't go anywhere. And from the first round, Joshua, like, his leg, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre to see how guys react sometimes. Matthew looks to me like AJ did the same thing he did with Ruiz. He got caught early and never recovered. Yeah, but he knocked Ruiz down in that fight. Remember, he knocked Ruiz down, and people thought, oh, this is the mismatch everyone thought we were going to see. And then he got caught, and then that was it. So he didn't knock Dubois down. He didn't come close to knocking Dubois down. Jay Rich, just thankful it didn't go to the judges. Yeah, I didn't watch much of the undercard. Look, that fight was over. I mean, after 5 rounds and 5 knockdowns. Was it 4 knockdowns or 5, by the way? Does someone have an answer? I mean, if the 5th would have ended, he'd have been down he'd have been down like 10 points on the cards. So even the crooked judges of boxing couldn't have helped him out. Bandit, what's the point of having muscles? Boxing on the back foot. His game plan was not good. And don't take my word for it. Watch the fight again. That was his game plan. He fought. That's the way he wanted to fight. He's tentative. I mean, he was respectful because he sparred with him, so he knew he had power. Dubois was not nearly as respectful as AJ. He got caught against Ruiz trying to finish Ruiz off. Yeah, it was a completely... So it was 4, Lucy. It was 4 official knockdowns. He was down like 5 or 6 times. But 4 official knockdowns. Well, 5, right? With the knockout? Wasn't that the 5th? I don't know. It was a lot. All I know is it was a lot. What a beatdown. And we got a lot to talk about in the next coming weeks. I like this. I like this upset. It ruined a lot of people. I think were hoping Fury would win, and then Fury would get a fight with AJ. That I don't think that happens. But my dog's about to start barking because of cars here. But head out to the champ, Daniel Dubois, destructive 5th round knockout. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. And we'll talk some more boxing soon.